What's going on YouTube? This is going to be an overview of the 2013 Chevy Volt. I just picked it up 2 days ago. I'm going to give you my initial first impressions, overview of a couple features, as well as a couple cons that I've come across, some things that I wish that I could change, I wish that I could fix. And you know, it is not the most exciting vehicle to drive, but it does do what it does extremely well, and I'm very, very happy with it thus far. So if you're going to click off the video right now, just know that for the excitement, I do have the motorcycle back there. But that's the exterior. This is a black on black with black leather interior. Some features that I do have with this car is the front parking assist, front sonar, as well as the front collision detection. That's actually a digital camera mounted up there in the dash. Has a rear backup camera, has a rear sonar, leather seats, Bose sound system, navigation, XM, heated seats. Now we're going to take a look on the inside and check out a couple of these features, as well as show you a couple things that could be changed. Now we are inside the 2013 Chevy Volt, and it is actually a great place to be. Just to give you some perspective, past cars I've owned: Lexus IS 250 all-wheel drive, Nissan 350Z. Previous to this, I had a 2013 Scion TC. So I've had a couple cars, and the Lexus probably being the most luxurious. This interior is better than that interior. I'm going to say it right away. One, because the fit and finish is excellent. The driver kind of cockpit is so nice and cozy. You have the big LCD display with all the information you need: trip, battery life, miles per hour. Obviously there's no tachometer because it's an electric motor. Then you have the center stack with the nav, all the touch sensitive buttons, which are actually pretty good, as well as really roomy front part of the cabin. I'm just going to let you see that I am 6 feet tall, 180 pounds, so I'm kind of slim. This is my driving position in the front seat. Now I'm sitting behind myself. I have quite a bit of room back here. I have about 3 inches of knee room. I have a lot of headroom. Not really hard to get in or out. You do have to kind of manipulate your feet to get out, though. That's kind of an only flaw in the back seat. But smaller people, girls, they'll be fine back here. Children, obviously, they'll be fine. The cabin is one of the best places to be of any car at this price range. That's from what I've seen. I used to work at a car dealership through college. I drove a lot of cars, drove a lot of luxury cars, BMW, Mercedes, Audi, some really nice, even some Porsches. They're very nice places to be, but what you can't compare those to is the sound, which this car does not have to compete with. So this car has really no engine sound whatsoever. There is a very subtle whirring, like an electric noise, which I think is really cool, because when you floor it in sport mode, which is actually really quick, you get this cool whooshing noise, and there's no noise really whatsoever, and you just take off. It's a 0 to 30 in about 2.5 seconds, which is pretty cool. I like this car a lot for that. Obviously it's not as quick as a motorcycle, but it is cool for what it does. Really impressed with the interior. So one thing, I'm gonna hop in the driver's seat right now and show you something, because there's one thing that they don't tell you about the car, and I've gone on forums to check this out. So when you plug in the car, so right now, as you can see, I have 38 miles battery life. So I just charged this. This is being filmed not in the morning, but it's pretty early. It's 11 o'clock. So when you plug it in to charge it, it's fine. It'll charge up for you, and that's that. But when you charge it, here's the energy efficiency. So you may know, if you're looking at this car, that there's a 120 volt charging system which comes with the car, as well as a 240 volt charging system which you can buy for about $1,000. That's not really my issue. You know, I'd love to have the 240. Maybe I'll buy it in the future. That's that. When you plug it in, every single time, the charge level is set to 8 amps. And if you can see that there, so this is the screen, sorry, it won't focus. 8 amps. I don't know anything about electricity, really, but I do know that it's reduced and maximum. And the advertised charging time on 120 volt is about 10 to 12 hours. When it's reduced, it's closer to 15. And that's really a problem, because I've owned this car for 3 nights now, and 2 nights I've forgotten that I left it on 8 amps and had to move it up to 12 amps and come back outside to the car. That's kind of frustrating, and I plan to own this car for quite a while, and I'm kind of worried about that, you know. In previous years, the 2012 and 2011 Volt, they had it so there was a toggle switch on the charger itself where it was set to 8 or 12 amps. Now, I think there should be just a liability form that you sign from Chevrolet. It says if you use 12 amps and your house burns down, then that's your problem, and that's that. But I want to be able to toggle it so it's always on the maximum. That's not really fair, because if you forget, then you forget. So that's kind of an issue that I have. But more positives. Sorry, I had to just say that because that's a glaring issue for me, and I've only owned this car for 3 days so far, and that's already an issue for me. So right now we're going to go over to the dash. I can't explain to you the driving sensation of this car and just how great it is. So they did a really great job with this car, and I don't know, obviously I don't know this for a fact, but I've heard that they're losing money on every one of these cars. And that makes it a great car to purchase. Because when you purchase this car, they're building this car so they can sell the Corvettes and the pickups and the Camaros and things that don't have fuel economy as great as this, because of the CAFE laws that are in place. So this car is a great car to lease, especially because of the crazy incentives coming back from the government. So right now I'm just going to show you the trunk space. It does come with this little, it's not a tonneau cover, but it does have pretty good back cargo room, and then you can just flip these down. Obviously not, because the front passenger seat is really far back. I don't know why. Must have had a thug in the front seat. But that's all the way flat. So you have a lot of room if you need to put some luggage in here, if you want to go skiing, something like that. One thing I will mention, you can go skiing in this car. There's no fear about range anxiety whatsoever. I'll go over that in a second. Drop back in the driver's seat. If you saw initially, oh, no remote detected. Now it's got it. Okay, so as you can see on the dash, let me explain this so everyone understands in the whole world. Please, if you're watching this, please understand. I have 37 miles on the battery. Okay, that's all battery. So if you drive and keep this little ball on the right hand side, in that little ball, you will most likely get 37 plus miles on the electricity from the batteries. Then after that, on the top right hand corner, top left hand corner, I'm sorry, if you can see, it says 279 miles. And see that little gas tank icon? That means that you have 279 miles you can travel on the gas that's in the car. It has a 9-gallon tank, EPA estimated at 37 miles per gallon. So that's going to get you far enough. Wherever you're going, you're going to find a gas station within 280 miles. When the battery is depleted, you can just fill the car and use it like a normal car. You don't need to recharge the batteries. Obviously, that's kind of the point, so that you're eliminating the use of fossil fuels, but you don't have to. So keep that in mind. I just want people to understand that, because there's no need to worry about not being able to come back from where you are or what have you. You know, there's no stress about that. Oh, there's my phone, actually. Wow, that's not good. Here's a center console. So this is the rear seat. Pretty comfortable. Here's the center console. I did take it out because I was sitting on it, but let me just drop. Which way did it go? There we go. I think I put that in backwards. Yeah, I did. There we go. So now I just snap back in. Center console, really nice. Got a little armrest, more cargo room, another battery out, a charging station, charging outlet. So if you have a friend with phone needs to be charged. Overall, I love this car. I'm really a fan. I like the styling. I like how quiet it is. I like the ride. It's a car you can get in, not have to worry about anything, and show up at your destination. No anxiety, no stress, no manually changing the gears or anything. I have a motorcycle. That's fun when you want to go fast. When you want to just drive, Be comfortable. This is a great car. One more thing about ownership. If you buy the car, there's going to be a front air dam sitting below this front chin spoiler right here. It's going to be below that. It's for aerodynamics. It's really meant so they can gouge you when you return your lease, because it's so low. It's Ferrari low. I think there's 3.5 inches of ground clearance when you have that slip spoiler on, and that's ridiculous. This is a family. This is a sedan for everybody. You know, it's not supposed to be that low, and it scrapes, and it's going to get destroyed and mangled. And when you return it, they're going to charge you $500 to replace it. So when you get the car, take it off. My driveway isn't even that steep. You can see there's a little lip coming from the street. It massacred it, and I only went over it twice. So just food for thought. I hope you guys enjoyed this overview. If you have any questions, comments, things you want to ask about the car, about the way it drives, about things, whatever you want, shoot me a message, leave me a comment, whatever. In terms of things I'm going to do in the future, I do plan to drive it a lot in the city. I'm going to get a thing called a bumper shock for the front, so that's going to protect, hopefully, the front end from getting mashed in. Then I have a bumper bully in the back. Not really much. I might tint the windows to about 35-40%, just because in the summer that kind of helps the efficiency of keeping the car cool and not having to use the AC so much. Oh, one last thing, when you drive the car, if you drive the car on a test drive or anything, if you ever drive one, you should drive it in low mode. Low mode, if you can see it. So it's drive. Drive is like a normal car. Drive is going to be just like when you let off the gas, you cruise, and that's that. Low is going to offer regenerative braking when you let off the gas, and it's going to regenerate a lot of energy. I actually got 43 miles on my first charge without even trying. I wasn't even really trying to max out the range. So I guarantee I could get 45, maybe 44 each time without really trying. So I hope you guys enjoyed the overview. As I said, leave me comments. I might do some more in the future. If you guys have any questions, I might be able to show you some stuff. Leave me a comment. Thanks, guys. Take it easy.